name is Aiman bin Yusof, ID 18002267, and I'm gonna talk about introduction of volumetric estimation. The data integration and volumetric estimation, or sometimes called reserve estimations, is a way of petroleum engineering and petroleum geologists estimate the volume of hydrocarbon oil and gas in the reservoir that can be pumped out and commercially sell as petrol. As the name suggests, this method requires the volume of the reservoir to be calculated through maps and petrophysical data of drill wells. This method is carried out in the early phase of exploration to find the amount of oil and gas in place and likely corresponding reserve. And then I'm going to talk about the terms in volumetric estimation. There are two terms. One is OOIP, which is original oil in place. It means volume of oil in the reservoir that can be produced. The unit is STB. And the other one is OGIP, original gas in place, which is volume of gas in the reservoir that can be produced. The unit is SCF. And then for the table, the method is volumetric. The application require OOIP, OGIP, recoverable reserve, and used early in life of field. The accuracy is dependent on quality of reservoir description. Reserve estimates often high because this method does not consider problems of reservoir heterogeneity.
Hello, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. My name is Muhamad Hakeem, from Petroleum Engineering. So I'm going to talk about literature review for our report. From our report, we refer to one book named AAPG Methods in Exploration Series, published by the American Association of Petroleum Geologists. From this book, we can summarize that volumetric estimation is concerned with quantifying how much oil and gas exists in an accumulation. The estimate will vary throughout the field lifetime as more information becomes available and as the technology for gathering and interpreting the data improves. Then, volumetric estimate of original oil in place (OOIP) and original gas in place (OGIP) are based on a geological model that geometrically describes the volume of hydrocarbon in the reservoir.
Yes, Assalamualaikum. My name is Edri Solihan, ID 18002471. Today I'm going to present about the method of volumetric estimation. This is the method for calculating or estimating the reservoir volume or reservoir estimation of hydrocarbon in reserve. Volumetric estimates of OOIP and OGIP are based on a geological model that geometrically describes the volume of hydrocarbons in the reservoir. However, due to mainly gas evolving from the oil as pressure and temperature are decreased, oil at the surface occupies less space than it does in the subsurface. Conversely, gas in the surface occupies more space than it does in the subsurface because of expansion. This necessitates correcting subsurface volumes to standard units of volume measured at surface condition. Okay, so for the formula for measuring the OIP is, as you can see from the slide, it is N equal to 7758 times area times with height or the thickness times with porosity and times with 1 minus of the connect water saturation over the oil formation volume factor at initial condition. And for calculating the gas, which is OGIP, the formula is 43560 times with area times with height or thickness times with the porosity and times with 1 minus the connect water saturation over the formation factor for gas at initial conditions. Okay, recoverable reserve are fraction of the OOIP or OGIP and are dependent on the efficiency of the reservoir drive mechanism. The basic equation used to calculate recoverable oil reserve is, as stated, the recoverable oil reserve, which is in STB, which is OOIP times with the RIFRF is the recovery factor. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.